There we go, guys. We got this set up for you there. Okay, now let me get a link for everyone to join and then start the music playing as well. And then we are good to go. So, and then this there, the music going there. Time to send links out. Okay, link has been posted. Stuff set up.
Test. Just want to make sure how to plug in my headset. Make sure this is working. Alright, cool, we're working. Okay, we got people in here. I'm going to give it a little bit more time before we start. Okay, we got people in here. Florante, I use TOS. Alright, it is 5:35. We do have people in here. I will start now. Let me stop this music. I'm gonna get stuff adjusted real fast. Perfect. Okay. So, welcome to Sunday Stock Talk. If you are new, my name is Kyle, or FBI, and I'm one of the owners of Momentum Trading. And what I do is I give you guys my basic outlook of what or did I say Momentum Trading? Oh my god, I meant Royal Market Burglars. That was my old group. So yeah, Royal Market Burglars x Momentum Trading. We merged, for anyone who didn't know that yet. But yeah, so we're together now. I'm one of the owners of Royal Market Burglars, and this is Sunday Stock Talk, where we go over a list of stocks throughout the week that I think could happen, and I give my weekly outlook on what I think could happen with ES. So last week we talked about, give me a second here, let me just zoom back all the way. Last week we talked about this zone that we were in here. For anyone who remembers, let me get this out a little bit more. We'll go to 10 days out. Let's make it easier to see here. So Sunday, this is where we talked about ES. We talked about this downtrend that we were having forming, and we talked about how we needed to stay within this zone here in order for us to continue upwards. Now, we did say that we could see if we broke above this box here, we could look for a retest up for a higher move to here. And that is exactly what happened. We went straight to this demand zone, or right, straight to this zone before dropping, honestly. Look at this, right in the zone right before we dropped. And then we dropped right back into this demand zone before we had buyers again who were able to pick us up for Thursday. And then what happened? We lingered here. We got some nice bouncing occurring right above this zone for another move upwards into this supply zone, which where we consolidated all day basically on Friday. This is just where we stuck all day on Friday. So, with that in mind, we're starting to see some pressure, or not pressure, we're starting to see some buyers pick up here. We're starting to see like, it seems like people want to hold this price here. But we have to wait to see, of course, what happens. Because if we break below 45.10, we could see a low back down of 45.04, which is right around here before we could potentially make another push upwards. However, if we manage to flush this with some pretty great strength and some nice momentum downwards, this could easily drop below 45.05 for a move back downwards to around 44.89 to 44.83. So that would be the move to the downside, which would just be right at the support level here, I guess. You would say right at the zone where, yeah, we bounced off here, we bounced here, we dropped here, we dropped here. So yes, this would be a pretty big level for us to look at too. And right here. This level right here though. This is our main level we want to look for. Anything below here, we're going to see a drop back down to this zone. This demand zone here. See if we could pick up any buyers again. But again, if we manage to hold above here, anything above here, in my opinion, we could start to, of course, start forming new highs. Like, let me see the 1 hour. See, so on the 1 hour, we are having some nice buyers coming in. Like, this is some nice volume that we have at these levels here. And we can see here that this very bottom of the zone is very big in buyers. So if we manage to break below 45.24, we should see 45.17 and then 45.10 potentially before we start to see some consolidation occur at 45.07, which is just right below this demand zone, or right below this zone that we have here. So honestly, guys, this is just a lot of consolidation that could happen here that I see. It's a major level, and this is a major level. So if we do come back down below, like here, let me see. See, it's a major level that we're sitting at right here. So we have to kind of be careful. If we manage to continue to break upwards, we could see. Let me set my line. This would be my target here. Let me edit this. Let's do that with a pretty good width and a green color. Alright, there you go. So this would be target for ES if we manage to hold above the demand zone, 45.27 basically. And we can continue to push upwards. We should see 45.62, 45.60 before our next drop again. If we can just manage to break through that level, I mean, we could see upwards of 46, 41.75 to 46.58.75. So that would be a crazy upwards push that we could see occur. Now that we are above also this daily trend line that we have forming here, we are above that. Now what could happen here is if we don't manage to hold this demand zone, we could break below towards this zone here. And if we break below this zone, we should come back down to these levels here of 43.40 to 43.22 to 4,300 to 43.02, 4,300 flat. This range right here would be for the downside. I'd look for a bounce to occur around here on the downside if we don't get any other bounces occurring here or here. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, this is my price target that I have, which would be 45.60, and then 46.45, or sorry, 46.41, and then 46.58.75. Those are my targets for ES or SPY, whatever you guys want to call it, for that. So on that note, that's basically my weekly outlook that I have for that, for both the upside and downside, and any scenario that could take place, and your key levels to look for. So if anyone has any ticker symbol, actually, I think I was looking at some that I wanted to talk about. Let me see, where are they? XLE, here we go. XLE is a big one considering how crude oil and stuff has been moving lately. If this continues like this, we should see some momentum start picking up here, some volume start picking up here, I mean, for a momentum push upwards to 80. And then if we can break 80, then this is going to start flying upwards. Yeah, see, this is a massive level. So if we can manage to break here and we can see 80, we should break back upwards to 82. And then potentially 83 and then 85 for XLE. So that's a big move that I'm going to be watching for. Another stock that I wanted to look at was... What was it? DK, no, not CLNE, DKNG. DKNG is a great stock in my opinion. It just keeps on dropping. But if we look at this on the 20, on the daily for 20 years out, we can see that we did form a bottom here. And if we can get a nice bounce occur at 1752 here, we should see this begin to push back upwards. So I'd be looking for a bounce to occur at 1754, 1750 for a move back upwards to 20. But, I mean, if that can't happen and it rejects 1750, let's say it breaks below 1754 and it starts trying to push back upwards and then it comes back for a downwards push, this could break 14 and possibly see 10. So you have to be really careful with that. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, Snapchat. We talked about Snapchat last week. Let's pull it up again. So Snapchat really didn't do much. It just consolidated here. But that's good to see because that means that a move could happen. And if this gets above 37.5, this could see 40.36, 40.11. But if it can't manage to do that, this could come right back down to 26.28, which is something that we'd have to look for. So we just have to kind of be careful with that. But yeah. Let me think, what else is there? Yeah, so I mean, yeah, if this can break above here, if this can break above 37.5, this should easily see 40. And then let me see this trend line here. Let's see if I can activate it real fast. There we go. I'll bring this out. Okay, yeah. So we need a break above here for a move above 39.22 to see 40. So this would be a pretty decent zone to look for. Between these levels here, we should see some resistance start forming. And if we hold above this trend line, this should get the nice push up above 40. Okay, let's see. What else do I want to look at? I think that was about it. I mean, yeah, crude oil. This was something I was looking at here. We bounced nice here. So if crude oil can continue to go up here, that's why I'm saying watch XLE too, which it did find nice support here, and we are holding above 100. This should continue to push up above 114. I mean, let's see here. What does this look like on the daily? So these were 2008 levels that we couldn't hold. We broke below those 2008 levels and we're just kind of sitting right here. So if this falls below 109.49, CL could potentially drop down to 102.21. So let's see if we could potentially get maybe a retest of this 50 EMA here, but I wouldn't count for that just yet. But yeah, other than that, type your ticker symbols down below and I will get to them. Let's see, you want earnings? Yeah, I'll do earnings later. MU, we'll do MU. I forgot, I have a lot of MU. Let me delete all this stuff. Actually, yeah, we'll delete it all. It's no longer needed anymore. There we go, get rid of all that. Yeah, so that was explaining basically this move that we caught here. We caught this move from here all the way up to 81, which was beautiful. Now what are we doing here? We gapped, we got earnings. When is earnings? Oh, MU has earnings soon. So, Tuesday. Wow. After hours. Hmm. I am liking the volume it has. What I'm not liking though is the consolidation it's been forming. But it did bounce right off 75 perfectly there. Like that was a great bounce it had off that 75 level. If this can break above 79.3, I would look for it to get back upwards to 80.47 before seeing 81.22. If they do really good on earnings, this could make a move back upwards to 85. If they do awful on earnings, they could see 71. Let's see, what is their implied move, honestly? $6. Yeah, so an $86, so $6 from 78 around this here. And this would be your price target for MU based on the implied move. And then of course for the downside it would be here. If we were to stay within this range here, we could see a move to here or here occur for MU. Yeah, we'd have to be careful with that. Let's see what else is there. You like PGRU for a possible D-SPAC pump, like, let's see. Let's look at PGRU. Where's my mouse? Here it is. PGRU. $6.41 stock. Interesting. And it hasn't been out for that long either. Let's see here. ALLG sells. Let me see sells. I mean, I see what you're talking about. I do see what you're talking about, but you may need to give it more time, honestly. Yeah, you may honestly need to give this more time to find some support because this did form a new low and then came right back up, but it did the same thing here. It's done the same thing here. So you can't start buying this now until you start to see a nice consolidation form. If you want to look, you could look for one to form between 66.62, or sorry, not 6.62. You could see it probably form between 6.72 and 6.24. I think anything above 6.72, then this could continue to push upwards to 6.96 and then 7.16 potentially. But you need to start to see some consolidation form, otherwise this could continue to just form newer lows until it hits maybe like $3, you know? see LCFY. Let me see that one. Why is that all I'm seeing for it? Are these like brand new stuff? Like, I don't like this either. I don't like this one at all. Wrong button. I mean, it did move nice though. It did move nice. This is a nice penny stock. It's just down. I could see this continuing to drop though, honestly, as well. You want me to? Okay, next one. Costco will do. Let's look up Costco now. Costco I've actually liked recently. I've really enjoyed looking at Costco. It is getting some nice support between this 2618 level and this 161.8 level here where it actually broke up above. It needs to, however, get out of this consolidation that it's forming here. I mean, if we look, let's see what this looks like on the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, this is flagging. So this is flagging here. Let's see if this can get an upwards push above 557.62 for a move to see 562 and then 565. That would be something I'd look for Costco, but anything below 450, start to see it drop back downwards to 447. And then if it breaks outwards, it could even see 445. But yeah, that's all I can see for Costco, honestly. Let me see. Yes, LCFY IPO'd Friday. Current to how the recent IPOs had a run. So really low float IPOs had a silly things on day two pre-market. I don't really pay attention to IPOs too much. That's not something like I'd like to do, unless it's something big. And if it's big, there's some like specific criteria that I would look for. So for example, as soon as something IPOs, more than half the float has to be trading. If I don't within like the first couple of minutes, if not more than half the float is trading within the first couple of minutes, I think that it normally tends to drop. So that's why I don't pay attention to IPOs too much. Let's see here. Target. We'll do Target. Ah, Target did bounce really nice here. Um, it did form some nice consolidation here. It has yet to fill this gap yet. I mean, it tried to, but it hasn't filled it yet. So this could see one more push down to 200, yeah, 200.56 before bouncing again. But if we were looking for another bounce to occur, we could see a bounce occur between this zone here at 211.96 and 209.8, we would say. Yeah, 209.8 would work. So we would look for a move like that to occur. Or if we get to this here, then we would look for a move for a bounce. And then we would look for a break above 214.41 for a move upwards to 217.32. If this just manages to hold here and break above 220, look for this to potentially move upwards to 224 before it goes to 226.28. But this level right here is also a zone between these two here. So we could see a drop occur around here before we push upwards to 240. Um, but I would be looking more for a downside push to occur to around 211.78. Anything below here, start looking for the gap fill to around that 200 level that I was talking about. 200.5 to, yeah, 200.9. Like around that range, you want to look for a bounce to occur. Um, what else should we do? Let's look at this on the 4-hour actually. Yeah, honestly, I like how it's the form of the consolidation right here. So this could really just break above 220 tomorrow. But again, I'd really be looking for these levels again. This level here, this whole zone, I'd be looking for a bounce to occur. And then, of course, for the gap fill downwards to around like here. Like anywhere here, this is where I'd be looking for us to go to. Next one, Bank of America. Yeah, we got Bank of America still. We've trimmed some of it. But, take a look real fast. So, it is forming some nice consolidation that we see there, which is like what we want to happen. Give me a second here, I'm just trying to pull up stuff on my other screen. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. So we bought on 316, guys. So we bought 314, 315. Wait, this is 317. 316. So we bought here. This is where we bought Bank of America, and then we got a nice breakout occur to around 44.54 here before we dropped back downwards, but we are holding above 43.01, which is something that I wanted to see occur. And so we are getting that nice push occur here still. Volume did drop, so if we can get some nice volume to occur here again to continue upwards, this should easily go above $45 and see 48 again. And that's more of the reason why we bought these June 17th calls, because we have so much time on them now. I mean, we bought them at 2.33. Like here, let me pull them up on the option train so you guys can see it. June 17th. Yep, and then we bought the 44. So right here, those are the ones we bought. So we're up on them, but like not a lot. That's why I haven't like sold out more. But yeah, I do still think this does have a nice room to push upwards. So that's why I'm still holding. Uh, let's see what else. Let's see what's going on for. Let's see what's going on in the calendar. What do we got for Monday? My baby Mind Medicine has earnings. I don't care about that. Chewy has earnings Tuesday. Let's see if anyone who has earnings Friday. Newegg has earnings Fridays. What about Thursday? Mm, yeah, I'm not interested in any earnings. No earnings I like anywhere, honestly. There's nothing I like. I mean, yeah, there's not one company here that would do it. I mean, it was the only one that I said had earnings. MU, but that's Tuesday, so I'm not gonna mess with that. And then Newegg. Yeah, I don't even like Newegg. See, AGRI on 7/8/21 was the most similar pattern to us. Similar shares at setting. It ran from 4 to 13 pre-market day 2. Let me look that one up. Okay, so AGRI, what other stock is like AGRI though? Because what if it just ran in sympathy of something else, you know? I mean, AGRI isn't even loading up. Let me try. Alright, here's AGRI. The fuck even are these? Why are these here? Day 2 of IPO. Wow. I mean, I don't know where the 13 came from. Unless they've done like a stock split or something. But I'm not a fan of this at all. And Aishi Wainwright. Okay, let's see this one. Let me see if Thinkorswim will pull it up. So it knows it's there. I think it's just my Thinkorswim being stupid. Yep, that's annoying. Still looking at this one. I see what you're talking about with these moves that occur. I mean, I guess we could just see FY. Like, I see what you're talking about, but like, it's not even the same candle structure. I mean, I guess we could keep this on alert. Like, there's no harm in doing that. I'll just set my price levels on it. They don't have a big track record of bringing enough IPOs to market. Yeah, but still. I mean, let me see here. Even when it did pump, how did it do it? So, I mean, that's what we're gonna have to see occur. I still don't see this pre-market pop at all. But, yeah, I really don't see that pre-market pop you're talking about for NVCT, but it did run throughout the day. I mean, you could look for LCFY to hold above its support, or its open. But let's see. Let's see, what do we have here for it? But yeah, this is all we have? Like, what? Like, what is this? Crap. It's fine, I'll just set it on Thinkorswim when it works. I mean, yeah, I got my alert level set. If it triggers, it triggers. I'll let it. I would like to see it bounce, though. I mean, if this does go up, I'd be watching it for a retest of 311 before it makes its nice amount to push upwards like that other stock. Oh, I see. So AGRI then. Oh, I only see 897 still. But yeah, that's still a night. That's still a great move. I'm not gonna argue about that one. That's still a good move. Um, but yeah, but then it dropped down all day. I like what I like. I see what you're talking about. I have my alert set for it. We can keep an eye out for it. If anything happens, but it'll happen. Let's just wait to see what happens. In my opinion, I don't like looking at it as it is though. But let's check out ES one more time. See how it's doing. Oh, it's down 16. Let's pull up Quan Tower and we can set some alerts. 1 second here. Um, anything on SPY? I've already done my ES outlook. That's the very beginning of this video, so this is recorded so you can rewatch it. But we did break. We are starting to break through this demand zone. We are in between it almost here. Um, if this does continue, this should go back downwards to 45.10 here. Actually, I'm gonna wait for my Quan Tower to get set up. So that's for ES there. Let's look at NQ, which is QQQ. NQ is consolidating between 2 and 161.8 levels here that we can see. It's creating some really nice volume. Let me see here. If this breaks, however, below 14,700 flat, this could see 14,677 in my opinion. Let me try. Give me a second here. My system isn't loading it up for some reason. Please work. But yeah, guys, I really don't see much going on. It's very slow very slow futures right now. That normally occurs. Let's just look back on this in like an hour and a half, like we normally do. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. If anyone else has any ticker symbols they want me to look at, I can look at some more before ending. QCOM or DKNG. I actually did DKNG earlier. That's gonna be in the replay as well. So if you missed that one, you can see it. XLF. I can do XLF. I did XLE. I'll do XLF though. XLF as well. Oh, actually, I saw some flow coming in for XLF, and it was a mixture of both bull and call flow. So I just kind of have to look out for that because if this does break below 39, then this should come back down to around 39.8 39.75 before seeing 38. But at this momentum that it's having right now, and on how it had a nice volume pop on Friday, this could easily break above 39.73 and then see 40.34 before seeing 41. Let's see here. Yeah, so it needs to break within this zone here. That's where it's creating some selling pressure. So anything above this value area high of 39.7, it'll continue to run to 39.8 and then 40 before stopping and trying to form some consolidation above 40. So that would be something to look for XLF. Um, does anyone else have any tickers they want me to look at? I'm gonna give it like another minute or so. Baba. Okay, we can do Baba. So Baba did break above 100 real nice and really fast, but it did form some gaps along the way, which I don't like to see, and some imbalances as well. So if this breaks below 110, start to look for this to come back down to around 100 before going back down to 90. And then if it absolutely flushes 90, this is going to come right back down to 80 to fill this gap that we got that occurred right here. So if we get that gap fill to occur, then look for a bounce at 80 for a pushback upwards to around 87.4. If this manages to hold above 110 though and can break above 117.35, look for this to hit 120 to 123.31 before potentially seeing 128.85. Okay, let's see here. I really want to get this quant tower working for you guys, so that way we can look at futures and actually like place some positions, but it doesn't want to load, which makes no sense. So I think I may have to reinstall it, which kind of sucks. Give me 1 second here. And this is only if you guys want to see me play some futures trades, so we can look at them afterwards. Just extracting some files now. But let's check out NQ again. Down 52 points. So it is starting to break below. Look at this. It did break below that level there at 14,705, and this is dropping. Oh, I really wish this worked, otherwise we would have entered some shorts there. There we go. Alright, now it looks like it wants to load, guys. But this is the push that we need downwards that is actually happening, that I was talking about for the downside. So this could see that downside push to around 14,676 or even 14,600. Okay, it is live. Let's get some charts over and up over here for you guys so we could see them. And let's get a DOM going so we could enter a trade real fast for you. Wrong DOM. I need this one. We're not going to be looking at RTY either. We need to switch this. Where's my watch list at? Alright, switching watch list. We're going to NQ here. Actually, let's do MNQ, just because I don't want to risk a lot on this. So what we are going to do is we are just going to take a short at 14703 we were saying, right? Or no, 147, yeah, we'll do 14703. 14703 here. Oh, we are starting to break down more. I'm going to take a short here. If this fills, that'd be cool. Actually, we'll take one here. We'll get rid of this one. We'll take another short here. And then we'll take another short here. And we'll set all our stops up here. That's if these trigger. And then our take profit we said is 14675, so we'll do 146.8. Do 146.8 first. That's nice. This one we'll do 146.7 for. This one we can do a take profit level of here. Alright, so I'm cool with this. Actually, let me see. 14600, do I have one there? I don't. Could see 14600. And 14648. 14648. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have our trade set now, guys. And other than that, we are done. We are currently up on it actually now. We're up $5, which is cool to see. So we're gonna let this run. On that note, I am out of here, guys. I will see everyone tomorrow in voice chat. And yeah, let's have a great Monday, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow. Later.